Hi, it's Alaska Granny. Have you ever been concerned about an SHTF situation? And what are the behaviors of other people going to be like? We can't control what other people do. We can only control ourselves. So have you ever wondered who are the people that would become the looters? Who are the people that would try to take advantage of other people? There are people who lack the real world situation that they're able to take care of themselves. They rely on others for everything, and sometimes they feel entitled. And so then, if things go bad or become hard times, maybe they're inclined to feel like they still deserve something. Those people might become looters. Then there's people who just simply don't have the self-resilience that they can struggle and make the best of a bad situation. You've seen people, they're always trying to blame someone else. They're never taking accountability, responsibility. When you're blaming others, you're already lashing out, which means you don't seem to care or have any respect for others or their belongings. So maybe you would become one of those who feels entitled and maybe become a looter. Then as preppers, we know that a lot of people, the majority of people in fact, are unprepared. They're not taking any of the time or effort to prepare to take care of their daily existence, even for a few days. They don't have extra food in the house. They don't have water in the house. You've probably seen on the news how some individuals actually go berserk if they don't have exactly what they wanted from the drive-up window. It was the wrong temperature. They didn't have the ketchup packets or whatever. They had to wait too long and they actually become out of control. Those people are already showing us what their behavior is like in good times. What would it be like in a stressful SHTF situation? Keep in mind all of the addictive behaviors that people have. They're addicted to cigarettes, they're addicted to alcohol, to drugs, whether they're legal or illegal. People are addicted to things like video games and other types of like social media. Some of those people, if they can't have their addiction, they actually can go berserk, it seems like. They need that fix. They need to feel normal with that substance or activity. Those people could then also become looters or who knows what. When you think about emergencies, did you realize that the very first stores that are looted are actually liquor stores and pharmacies? And then people branch out into jewelry stores, electronic stores, high-end things like Nike sportswear. And we know that those people do not actually, they're not stealing those things because they need them and they're desperate. They are taking advantage of a dire situation. We want to be aware of what could happen and what people's behaviors are and who those individuals might be in a stressful emergency situation. Perhaps you've experienced what I call freeloaders. People who aren't carrying their weight. They're expecting others to just take care of them. They're not concerned with the future. Where's lunch coming from? People even in workplaces go and steal other people's lunch out of the refrigerator. Those are freeloaders. That's just one example. People who don't have their own gardening tools and they want to come and borrow yours and then you never get them back. Those kind of things. People who just expect you to carry their load because you're a good person, you work hard, and they expect you to do it. Someone said to me one time, well, we just figure you like doing those things. You like taking care of all the kids in the neighborhood, making sure they all have dinner. So we don't care if they are all at your house at dinner time and we never invite anybody back to our house. They didn't say it exactly like that, but that was what they were getting at, that I liked it. And so therefore, it wasn't a burden on me and they weren't taking advantage of me, which actually that's what they're doing. But they're trying to justify in their own mind why that was okay. We also need to be careful of fake friends, people that we haven't really determined their true character and nature. We feel like they're there for us, we're there for them, and then when sometimes we overshare information. We might let on that we have resources or that we have some prepping supplies. And then in a hard time situation, they're like, well, of course you would help me because you're my friend. They don't take care to prepare themselves. They are looking for where can I find what I need because it's about me. And then they have put that in their mind. Where did I see food? Who do I know that has things? Plus, what happens also is people share with people you don't know. If you let someone know you have things and then they talk Oh, my friend so-and-so's got a whole bunch of stuff. There's ever a problem, I'm going to their house. And then those people remember that as well, which puts you in harm's way from people you don't know, you aren't even aware of. You have become a target because of other people gossiping and oversharing information they didn't necessarily need to have. So that's one reason we're always saying it's operational security. Only share with those that you absolutely must. And we get friendly with people and we want people to prepare. So we do try to encourage others, and maybe we give too much information, and we need to try to hold that back if possible. Once you've overshared, you might want to do a little self-correcting, is what I've tried to do, is that people that I think, well, I really shouldn't have told you anything, and then I'll say to them, oh, I just ate up all that canned food. It was sitting in there so long, nothing's ever happened, so I'm sure glad that I got rid of all that stuff. I've decluttered. Then let's think about painful situations. If your house burned down and all of your neighbors did too, or if there was an earthquake and nobody's home was inhabitable, you might fall into, I would do anything to feed my family. But your first activity is not going to go rob a liquor store or a pharmacy or a jewelry store. You would be trying to find the things that you really, really needed for your family, and not by taking advantage of others, but just doing what you could for your family. So it's a good time to think about it. Who do you think would be looters, people who would take advantage of you, people who would want to grab your prepping supplies if they could, if there was a hard times and they needed something? And then think about the circumstances, what could put you in that position as well. Hopefully we'll never have to experience any of that, but it's something to think about, it's something to prepare for. And one of the things as preppers we need to do is think about situations, how can we handle it, so that if something happens, we've already planned it out in our head. We don't just panic and say, oh my gosh, I never thought that would happen, because here it is. And that helps you then not panic, stay calm, and make the best of a hard situation. Let us know in the comments below, who do you think the looters would be? Is it anyone you know close to you that maybe you think you shouldn't have told too much? Yeah, we'll see, won't we? I hope you'll like my video, share it, and please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.